Hello and welcome to a video idea that derives from my inability to come up with a concept for a video. In that case, let's talk. Honestly, the world today as we know it is the most interesting place I have ever heard of. Honestly, 2020 has probably been the most impactful year this world will probably ever have. Not will ever have, but within this generation at least. And to the generations in the future, it will definitely be a message to what the world should not be and things that we could do to avoid another 2020. And on that note, I was just reading the Promised Neverland manga just yesterday, right? And after hearing about this pandemic and whatnot, which has been going on for about a couple of months, all right, I read the manga and I got to this final chapter, and then I saw this section that said, from 2020 to 2030, the world had gone through pandemics, wars, and the world was in the worst position it could ever be in. Please do not let that prediction be the truth. I don't know what this author was thinking when they were writing this part of the manga, but seriously, don't scare us like that. I was reading this manga with genuine confusion because of how accurate it is. Well, I mean, not necessarily accurate, but literally anything could happen at this point, honestly. Like, dude, as a kid, okay, maybe it's just me, right? But as a kid, stuff like racism was never an aspect to me because I always lived in an environment where it was always disregarded. People were always nice to each other, and there was, at least for me, myself, and what I experienced, I didn't experience anything like racism directly. And it wasn't very apparent to me, so whenever someone would mention racism or that it was still apparent, it would be very confusing to me. Even until the age of around 15, I would be so confused because I'd be like, stuff like that isn't here anymore. But to see 2020 in its current shape, we can definitely see a lot more things that are apparent. Makes me contemplate a lot more, which I mean, could be good and could be bad. I'm someone who already contemplates a lot on life, and I think with this current situation of the world, good lord, I can't even describe how far it's gone. A zombie apocalypse could break out and I wouldn't complain. Whatever happens at this point.
Nice.
The riots, I can't even describe any further than that. Like literally the riots and all this the world going haywire and everything else. People are doing things. I can't even find the words to describe it. Like seriously, people are actively tearing down the world, to send a message. And sure, it's gotten to that point because people are pressured. People don't feel safe in the areas that they live in, but that does not mean that's the type of action people should be taking. I personally don't think it's right at all for people to be tearing down places like that and the lootings and whatnot. But I can't necessarily oppose it because I know why they're doing it. I understand what they feel. Maybe not to the practical point where I've actually felt the kind of feeling that they felt, but I know the reasoning to why they're doing what they're doing, no matter how wrong it may be. Why is my nose so itchy? Oh my god. I can't really complain about it, really. It's like the world is what it is because of the flaws that were there in the past. The bad basis of this world already has kind of shown its cracks. It's kind of shown itself, and now it's just crumbling apart as people are hacking away at it, trying to get rid of it. In Bristol, I believe, they removed a whole statue of a guy who was a slave trader, and I think was one of the people who founded Bristol as an area. But people didn't care. The guy was a slave trader. They took his statue down and they put it into the river. Something like that just shows like the drastic things people are doing to send a message. With that particularly, I don't mind. Really, I don't mind those because honestly, of the fact that they have that there in the first place really confuses me. Yes, they did kind of found or was one of the founders of Bristol, but you can't leave someone who did such a horrible thing up there on a pedestal. You give them power that way. They're not watching over, but metaphorically they are watching over you, looking down because they are on a higher area, on a literal pedestal. The world right now is in a position where nobody's taking anything as the world, as like the corporate government entities want people to take it. They're not gonna calm down, they're not gonna, listen or cooperate. They are not trying to do that right now. Right now, everyone's just trying to rebel. and with reason, understandable. But it's still insane to think of it, that the world's got into this kind of situation. It's been a bummer for me. I'm not gonna search this out to like 10 minutes, literally. I'll leave it as it is right here. Thank you guys for watching. If you do like this type of video, please do let me know in the comments below, because sometimes I just want to talk. I just want to talk about a current subject that the world is going through, and I think if I stop talking about stuff like this, or I don't mention things like this, the world is missing out on stuff that is very useful to them, that stuff that will benefit them. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to do like Deku and Detroit, smash that like button, subscribe today to join the Legion of Elites, and until next time my friends, I will see you hopefully next week with another upload. And until next time my friends, thank you for watching.